Hello everybody and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael. Now in today's video we are going to be looking at three different coasters that were created on the PlayStation Workshop. And so as you can see them in the background there, we've got Boomerang, we've got a spinning coaster, and we've got an RMC. So let's start first with this spinning racer coaster. It's called Spinning Racer. It's created by Golem 203, and so the reason I wanted to highlight this one is I think the theming is really good on this one. I mean, it looks awesome. You can tell there's a lot of detail put in. There's also an attention to detail in terms of the trying to have the realism. You've got the trucks, you've got the maintenance area, and so I imagine if this was in this creator's park, that you did have some kind of maintenance area around it. You've got the electrical units. The only thing is I'd try to have some kind of wires or some kind of connection going somewhere, right? But I mean, as you can see, looks really well done. I haven't really created one of these coasters before. I'm kind of nervous to attempt the spinning ones, but it looks like from what we can see that the spinning's not too crazy. Maybe right there just a little bit. But I assume this is really hard to master kind of the spinning aspect of it. So as we said, this is called Spinning Racer, and so if we were going to look at this from the queue standpoint, you go up here, you would go over. Alright, and so if we look at this station, you know, it's nothing that's overly complicated in terms of the pieces that are used. It's just very colorful, which looks nice. Oh, I think I went down the exit by accident. Yeah, the entrance goes... Oh, no, that was the entrance. This is the exit. Sorry about that. But I like the lighting that's used. And so before we ride this, let's look at what this looks like at night and see. Oh, you got some spotlights going. I love it. Look at that. That is really cool. And also it's really cool to kind of see all the time and effort put in on a smaller coaster like this, or smaller scale one. So let's ride this at night, and then we'll also ride during the daytime. So let me pause this. Alright, so we're going to ride it once in seat view, and then we'll ride it in track view, and we'll do that in the daytime. Alright, so there we go. So what were your guys' thoughts on that? I think overall was done really well. Like I said, I haven't really done one of these, so I'm not one to give advice on this type of coaster. We'll go ahead and pause it real quick. So let's now ride it looking in seat view, or track view, sorry. But before we do that, because I kind of want to see what the layout is. So as we can see, it's all green. If you look at testing, like I said, this is more probably meant to be a little bit more family oriented. Max speed 42, biggest drop 56 feet. Vertical G's look high. I think I know the area where that's at. Lateral's a little bit high for those too. But overall, really enjoyed this ride. So let's look at it now in seat view. Or sorry, I keep saying seat view, in track view. Alright, so there's the coaster. So riding it in track view, you can kind of see some areas probably need to be smoothed out a little bit. And I don't, like I said, I'm not an expert on this type of coaster at all to know, you know, should you bank some more, like here should be banked, that kind of thing. I would tend to think that the way you did it is probably good because of how the car spins. But yeah, and then as you can see here, how they did this fencing is they took a 10-panel wall and colored it, and then this looks like the iron scaffolding piece. And so what's really cool about that is the iron scaffolding piece you color differently, so it doesn't look like the iron scaffold, but it serves as a fence. But yeah, you've got it all here on the grid, to where it, you know, you can just copy it and move it down. Now, what I might have done, because you see that this can seep through, and I don't know if this is going to work out. I just want to kind of test this. So let's say you've got this here. Well, then I want to do another one there. And so the reason why I'm doubling it like that is because now what I'm actually going to do is, say, you see how it kind of seeps through a little bit again, right? Well, now I'm going to split this from building, and then I'm going to move it over a little bit to where it's more in the center, something like that. And then, yeah, it looks good. So now you can copy this. Actually, you know what? I probably need to, let me see this real quick. So I probably need to get these two split from building. Yep. So now I can take these three. Oh, I can't copy those. Okay, so that's not going to work that way because they're different buildings. It's not going to copy it. So that plan wasn't going to work quite how I thought, but what you could do is you could then take these two pieces, you can move them all along, and then you can move this one along too, right? But that way you just don't see the kind of parts through the side. But yeah, so that was a good coaster. Really love the theming. As I said, links below in the description for you to go check it out. Now this next one is Stunt Fall. And as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of fencing that goes around. I really love how this fencing was created on this one. This is called Stunt Fall Parque, Warner, Madrid. So it is in Europe, but so I don't know if this is the exact coaster or if it's just trying to model it. Because there's not any information about it. But as you can see, I mean, it's not perfect in some areas just because of how the terrain is and stuff. But this is really cool using this. So if I do this, alright, so there's two of them stuck together, it looks like. Or is that just one? Nope, that's just one. So that is actually the wooden balcony base. And what you even could do if you wanted to make it, now this is using a lot of pieces, so keep this in mind, but you could flip it around and then so then if you did this, you essentially have, you've now got a wall that's the same on each side, right? But now, granted, that does use a lot of pieces, so I would not recommend doing that for a large area. But either way, I mean, it makes this fence look really cool because then you have the thick wooden beam right here. So really, really cool fencing right there that's unique. Love this little walkway area. Looks really cool. And then as you come in here, so it looks like it's kind of like maybe a little sci-fi themed. Is that? Now, see, I haven't really built one of these boomerangs, so does that actually come with the ride? No, that was created. Okay. So it's interesting how you created kind of that walk-up area to get on this portion, not necessarily where the lift hill is or anything like that. So interesting. So I guess in case if the coaster somehow stalls there, you can get people off. But what's cool about this boomerang is it's kind of going over the top. Now granted, that might be how a lot of them are now, just because I'm not a huge fan of boomerang coasters, but I just think the coloring on this one's really good along with the theming. So let's go ahead now and look at the entrance here. And so this is the roof, and really interesting how you use the coaster support beams, and then for the roofing you use the hazard strips. I think that looks cool. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a cool roof. Takes a lot of individual pieces for sure, but it's a really cool roof. So then when you come up here, Yeah, so I guess those gates are supposed to swing open. That's part of the swing thing. But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I see why you did it because it's like more protection and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, I love the little storage locker areas. That's unique. It's just always amazing to see how everybody uses the pieces in the game differently. All right. So let's go ahead and test this. Alright, so there's Stunt Fall. Enjoyed that. I mean, that was one of my favorite boomerangs that I've seen. You know, I know another creator named Vincinnati made a good one time in one of his earlier parks. But this is really cool, really well done. I do like the maintenance stairs and how you did that. I probably just would have had it in a different spot. But overall, really like how it looks. Oh man, those are custom supports too. So you custom supported. Is that the entire ride custom supported? I guess so. I'm glad I picked up on that. Yep, the entire ride is custom supported. That's impressive. Super impressive. Except for maybe this area. Yeah, so that area is not custom supported. But all the other parts are. So that is really cool. Really, really well done. Is that custom? Nope, that's part of the ride. So it looks like these areas around these inversions are custom supported. So really cool, really well done. That's the second one. Like I said, that was Stunt Fall and is created, or Stunt Fall Park Warner Madrid, created by Kaylee_ATM. I think I forgot to say the creator's name at the beginning, so I really apologize about that. So now this next one we're going to look at is an RMC, and I really like the layout of this one. And it's a short RMC, and it's a pretty small one, but I think it packs a good punch. And so this one is called Steel. It's by Lego Builder 212, and it just says, the description just says small and compact. And so I like this station. I mean, I like how you got this kind of reminds me of Magic Mike. The creator who makes the Ride the Movies park had a station similar to this, and I believe this is his first Ride the Movies ride, where you got like this cement or concrete walls, and then you've got the windows up. I know Iron Matty had something similar too in one of his rides, or one of his Eden Gardens parks. So this is really cool. What'd you do for the roof? Oh, okay, so that's a lot of individual pieces there. Yeah, so the haunted house plank. So if you just take the roof, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a cool roof, but we gotta focus on piece count here. Let's see, Maddie, you'd be proud of me here looking at piece counts for all this different stuff. Yeah, so 750 pieces roughly for just the roof. So that's a lot. And then you include this part. I mean, that's going to be like 2% of your meter just for the roof. So I would change that up. That's just me though. So now we look at this transfer track. Love it. Looks good. Yeah, so as we kind of see the layout here, like I said, it's quick. It's got a, looks like one inversion, maybe two. Yeah, two inversions. So I'm excited to see what this ride's like. Love it. Love it. Really good ride. I believe that was done with the 4-meter method. Also like these custom supports here. It's unique. It's different. Is that, you know, that's what you see kind of with Iron Gwazi, and I think it's, gosh, what's the massive one? And I believe it's Poland. I forget the name of it. But you see kind of this style coming back now with the RMCs where they're having supports running up it like that. So that's really cool. Really well done. Just remember yeah, so remember guys, go on to the workshop and make sure to rate and download these 3 coasters that we looked at today, because these creators have done such a good job with it. And as always, if you enjoy the content and enjoy this video, make sure and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.